Just maybe put yours on top.
Yeah. They did a great job.
So there's actually two museums.
Let's say we'll start off the MC.
And then no. But I'm gonna probably start and stop that one. You want me to just keep shooting? Sure. What's the
Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2.
It's fine. I'll just start it.
Oh, look at all this.
I'll hold on to this one. Yeah, they must have. Okay, morning everybody. How's everyone this morning? Hopefully you're all keeping warm. BioVeld was kind enough to put a lot of heat pipe and stuff, so if you're cold you can stand by that door or actually right by the podium. I'm getting a little warm here. So good morning everyone. Thanks so much for coming and welcome to CHAR's new Thorold facility. It's fantastic to see so many people here with us this morning. We've got representatives from the local government, from Niagara, from Thorold, from obviously the government of Ontario and from Canada, as well as a lot of industry collaborators, which it's fantastic to see all of you down here. We have shareholders, we have directors, and we have stakeholders. So I really appreciate everyone making the trip here to Thorold to see what the future is for CHAR. So as a brief intro, the building you're standing in here is part of a larger redevelopment by BioVeld and by Hamilton Oshawa Port Authority to convert what used to be the Ontario paper mill here into a large industrial multimodal hub. And the building that you're standing in as part of that overall facility is called the wood room. So this is the room that when this was a pulp and paper plant, forestry products would be their first stop. It was debarkers, it was processing the wood. They used to go through a tunnel back there into the paper plant to make paper. And so now, with CHAR and with our technologies, we're now seeing wood come in here, but instead of being processed into paper, it's being processed into advanced renewable products. So what we're doing at CHAR is decarbonizing for a circular economy, and as we go through the presentations and the speeches today, will really show a great example of how this site demonstrates that. So as I said, there'll be a few speakers this morning, so I'd like to thank them all for being here and on video later. And today is really a significant milestone for CHAR. So I've got a commemorative hard hat here, and I would ask each of you to put your initials on it as you come up and speak, and then I'm going to leave it on the table in the hospitality suite over there if others would like to sign it on their way out. So to start, please join me in welcoming Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Red Tape Reduction and MPP for Niagara West, P.A. Oosterhoff.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. It is a beautiful day to be here in Thorold, celebrating very good news for the people of Niagara and for all of Ontario. And today we're joined by someone who's a champion for forestry in the province of Ontario. But I have to say we do have a little bit of a rivalry, of course. Any of you who live in Niagara know that the best place for tourism, the most beautiful riding in Ontario is, of course, right here in Niagara. And yet the minister, of course, comes from Parry Sound, Muskoka, which also is beautiful, just not quite as beautiful. But we're very, very pleased to have him here. Minister Graydon Smith is the MPP for Parry Sound, Muskoka, someone who has been working hard as the Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry to ensure that each and every sector of our natural resources are being used to ensure that we're growing our economy and that we're doing so in a responsible way. And I think what's really, really exciting about today's announcement and the news that he's going to be sharing about CHAR and the incredible work that's taking place, the forward-looking vision that the people who are here in this room have had about ensuring this moves so many important projects forward, including renewable energy, accessing the resources that we have here in Ontario, and building on the skilled trades and the unique water infrastructure, the unique transportation infrastructure that there exists here in this location. Is his commitment to seeing beyond just the here and now to what the future looks like, and to work with people such as yourselves in the federal government and collaborative entrepreneurs who understand that biofuels and renewable energy are really more and more important as we move forward. So I'm excited to be here. I'm looking forward to the news that I know is going to be good for so many families, so many workers, and so many job creators here in the province of Ontario and in Niagara. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the podium someone who's a friend of mine and a friend of Niagara's, the Honourable Graydon Smith, Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry. Welcome.
Thank you. Oh, well, good morning, everybody. And I'm just trying to find my notes and make sure I've got the right ones here. No, that's Sam's. You know, eventually in here, you'll find what you need. But I might just ask you for a moment while I dig this up on my phone. Because I don't want to miss anything today, because this is such an important day, and I'm really pleased to be here, and pleased that we could make such an impactful announcement. It's great to be here in the Niagara area. PA Oosterhoff, all due respect, we're going to have to keep this rivalry going on the most beautiful area in Ontario, and I think there's some others in the fight too.
Yeah.
You know, we're pretty lucky to be where we are, but I got to say that at the end of the day, all of Ontario has just got so many wonderful things in it, and we're incredibly lucky to be in this province, to be in a province that we know wants to move forward, we know wants to take opportunity, and one of the real pleasures of being able to do this job is that I've been able to tour around the province and see the opportunity that lies within it. And yesterday I was in Pembroke and able to, so I'm getting pretty good at flipping through my phone while talking at the same time. Was in Pembroke and able to celebrate with the Shaw family, 6 generations of forestry in the Ottawa Valley. They had their 175th anniversary. And Shaw Lumber produces many of the utility poles that we see throughout the province. And they're just one example of not only the history of forestry in Ontario, but also the future, because they are taking byproducts from their mill and sharing it with another company in the area that uses it to make other products, and then they in turn use their waste and burn some of that waste to create heat and supplement the energy needs that they need. So again, this notion of a circular economy and this notion of working to make sure that we are sustainable and clean and green is one that of course really resonates with everyone and is incredibly important. So with that, again, good morning to everyone, and I want to thank CHAR for hosting us here in Thorold to make this exciting announcement. As I mentioned, forestry is one of our oldest industries, but again, one with a huge amount of potential and opportunity. It's an $18 billion industry. It's 148,000 direct and indirect jobs, good paying jobs here in Ontario, throughout the province, and of course, not just in Northern Ontario, but in Southern Ontario as well. And a strong forestry industry means a strong Ontario, and I'd like to highlight some of the steps that we're taking to make sure that the forestry industry continues to thrive here in the province. We've been cutting red tape and administrative burden in the forest sector, streamlining regulations for forest companies without compromising on environmental protections. And in the summer of 2020, we announced the Ontario Forest Sector Strategy. It's a comprehensive strategy with a 10-year plan to help Ontario's forest sector realize its full potential now and going into the future. And earlier this year, we released the Ontario Forest Biomass Action Plan, a key commitment in our forest sector strategy. And this plan promotes economic opportunities for forest biomass use. Forest biomass, of course, is the low-quality leftover byproducts from forestry mills in new and diverse ways, including low-carbon consumer products and renewable energy, which has led me to coming to CHAR today. Our government is committed to investing in new and emerging technologies to position Ontario as a world leader in the use of forest biomass. And that's why I'm very pleased to announce the Ontario government will be investing more than $6 million with CHAR Technologies. This important funding will help the company expand its demonstration plant to build the largest biomass to renewable natural gas facility in Canada, and the only renewable natural gas facility in the country to use solely woody biomass right here in Thorold. The new facility will convert forest biomass, including sawdust, bark, and unused tree parts, into renewable natural gas and biocarbon. And once operational, it will deliver enough renewable natural gas to heat about 5,500 homes a year. It will also deliver biocarbon to Ontario's heavy industries to use as a fuel alternative and reduce their reliance on coal. By producing alternative fuels, CHAR Technology will directly reduce Ontario's greenhouse gas emissions by up to 30,000 tons per year. And diverting mill byproducts from landfill, the project will further avoid and reduce indirect emissions by as much as 30,000 tons annually. Together, those reductions are equal to taking as many as 18,000 cars off Ontario's highways each year. Funding for this project, amounting to over 20% of the total cost of $28.6 million, is being made through the Forest Sector Investment and Innovation Program, an industry support initiative aimed at boosting productivity, creating jobs, and promoting economic development. And that's exactly what this project will do, creating more than 38 direct and indirect jobs, as well as 20 construction jobs. By making this investment, we're affirming our commitment to prosperity in communities across Ontario, creating opportunities and building a sustainable future for the forest sector. I look forward to CHAR Technologies' future success and to celebrating the contributions the company will make to both the community here in Thorold, but more importantly, to Ontario as a whole. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Great, thank you very much, P.A. Oosterhoff, for your intro, and Minister Smith for the announcement. We're ecstatic to have the support of the provincial government, and we're really looking forward to having you all back once the plant is built, which will be kind of over in that general vicinity very shortly, because the money's flowing and we're ready to get this project going. I'd now like to introduce the Honourable Minister Vic Fedeli, Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade for Ontario, who will be addressing us by video just over to your left.
Hey everybody, Vic Fedeli here, Ontario's Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade. It's a pleasure to say a few words on this energizing announcement for CHAR Technologies. We often say that Ontario is open for business and open for jobs, and that is not just a tagline. CHAR Technologies is a great example of Ontario entrepreneurs who are solving real problems by innovating. Most people see brush, forest biomass like twigs, branches, and bark, but the team at CHAR saw beyond that. They figured out how to turn this bulky byproduct into an alternative to fossil fuels that will make an incredible difference. They've truly turned trash into treasure. And we are so happy to hear that CHAR Technologies will be expanding in Thorold, creating good-paying jobs for people and families in the community. Thank you for choosing Ontario. We often speak about our rich ecosystem and highly skilled talent as a reason businesses should invest and grow in Ontario. The work you're doing is exactly the kind of innovation we're talking about. As Canada's clean energy capital, we need bold solutions to create the clean energy to power our province for generations to come and keep us humming as the economic engine of Canada. So thank you to CHAR Technologies and to all your staff for everything you're doing, and congratulations again on your expansion. We really look forward to seeing you grow and wish you continued success.
So we appreciate that address by Minister Fedeli. So as you've heard, CHAR's solution here is a very important step towards a net zero future. Our innovative technology can create renewable natural gas and/or green hydrogen and put Canada, Ontario, and Thorold on the clean renewable energy map. Crucially, at CHAR, we're excited to continue to collaborate and work with industry partners, including those in the forestry industry and the steel industry, to create environmentally responsible solutions. I believe from our modest beginnings, we came out of the University of Toronto not too long ago. From our modest beginnings, we will have a big impact as we see our technology really spread from here in Thorold to Ontario, to the rest of Canada, and around the world. To summarize, our technology always creates two renewable products, a gas and a carbon, a biocarbon, and specifically here in Thorold, as Minister Smith said, we'll be producing enough renewable natural gas to fuel over 5,500 Ontario homes, and we'll be producing about 10,000 tons a year of clean fire, which is our biocoal product. Today is the culmination of a lot of hard work and dedication by everyone at CHAR, and so I would be remiss if I didn't thank the team because we're here today because of that hard work by everyone at CHAR. I appreciate and thanks for the continued support from the governments of Canada and Ontario. CHAR is proud to demonstrate what can be accomplished when industry and government work together towards green energy transition. Oops. Thank you. Our Thorold site will be a template that can be replicated across Ontario, across Canada, and around the world. And today really represents climate change action and signifies a major win for Canada's growing bioeconomy as we move towards a net zero future in collaboration with Ontario's resilient forestry sector. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming today for this exciting announcement. This is a huge day for CHAR, and we really appreciate the support. And for the media, I believe the minister is now available for questions. So thank you everyone for coming.
Are there any?
Yes. Actually, can we start with the representative from CHAR? I never got your name and your title.
Sure, I might have skipped over that. Andrew White, CEO of CHAR.
Okay. The first question is for you. Yeah. Is this a new technology that you've come up with, and how available is this woody biomass?
So on the technology front, this was behind us as our first plant. We had this commissioned operating in London, Ontario. We've moved it here as part of our expansion plan. So it's been demonstrated at this scale. It's still relatively new around the world. I think we are absolutely the market leader in this space, which we're quite excited about. This facility will be processing, when complete, about 75,000 tons per year of woody residual. I believe the number of available wood residual in the province is about 13 million tons a year from all of these various byproducts and residuals. So there's a pretty substantial amount for us to utilize.
And the next question is for the minister on a different topic. The FAO yesterday said Ontario will have to spend over $6 billion to upgrade Ontario's stormwater sewers because of climate change. Is this money that the government has and is willing to spend?
Listen, the government is committed to working with our municipal partners, and of course a lot of the stormwater infrastructure falls within municipalities. We've been strong supporters of municipalities and the work that they need to do, and we're always door open to policy with our municipalities. We've got strong infrastructure programs to support them, and we'll continue to do that to make sure that Ontarians stay safe.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Congratulations again, Andrew. Thank you. And all the team, thank you.
Just very quickly, also wanted to note that we do have Regional Chair Jim Bradley, who is here today as well from the region of Niagara. And I know that the Regional Council is very thankful to have a number of people here today, but also, of course, investments like the one being made by CHAR in Niagara. So welcome, Jim Bradley.
Jim, to be fair, I think Sam was trying to tell me that while I was looking for my notes on my phone and speaking at the same time. So I can only do apparently 3 things at once, but it's good to see you. And you're behind the light.
And as a reminder, there's lots of coffee, donuts in our temporary hospitality suite over here.